What do you do with the red customers? Sometimes you fire the customer. Have you ever seen me fire somebody in the elite call? Yeah. Sometimes customers just need to not be your fucking customer, and that is actually a beautiful thing, and you should empower yourself to do it, and it's great. Sometimes it's an expectation management problem, right? They bought something, they expected something, but we got to renegotiate, okay? The yellow customers, okay? This is where you want to do a business review, okay? And I just showed you guys that, concept. A business review is very simple. What are you struggling with? Why'd you buy our software? What were you hoping to do? Let's look at how you set it up. We'll figure it out. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's coaching or anything they bought. Sometimes they just need somebody to talk to teach them how to fix it. Okay. The other one is this concept I like to call exec sponsor. So my buddy Dave Cancel built a company called Drift, which is a sales chat software. He sold it for $1 billion. And one of the interesting thing that he did is that every customer they had, now these customers were worth like 50 to 100 grand a piece, is that he assigned them an executive sponsor within the business that they could reach out to if they ever felt like nobody was listening to them. So you got to imagine, every person in his company had a book of business that they were the executive sponsor for. Okay? The controller in the finance department had 5. So if for whatever reason the customer was trying to email support and support wasn't being very good to them, he knew he could call Bob and controllers, and then Bob would be like, oh, so sorry, Marty, let me see if I can run it up the chain. I love that idea, that you empower your team to own a customer relationship, and you give them the cell phones, and they text each other, and they're the backbone if something happens, and they can escalate it and tweak it and be the voice of the customer in the business. It's not a crazy idea, and I think it's beautiful. Green customers, what do we do? If somebody's a green customer, what does the playbook say? So this is what goes in the playbooks, right? A green customer, if somebody's green, what can I ask them for? How do I get more value? Testimonials or referrals, right? First off, I would go for an upsell. If somebody is at the upper end of what you're doing for them, there's probably a chance they need more, and if you don't ask them if they need more, you can't even offer it. Yeah, upsells, cross-sells. The other one I like to do is referrals. I'm a big fan of referrals. I remember meeting a sales guy, and he was crushing everybody else, and I asked him how he was doing it, and he said, after the call, I wait 2 weeks, and I call him back, and I say, is there anybody like you, just like you, that I can serve? Instead of waiting for marketing to give him more leads, he just got the leads from the clients that just bought. And he didn't tell any of the other salespeople because he didn't want them to crush him on the quotas. And I love that. So we just operationalize it. You build a playbook. These are all playbooks. You got the red playbook, the yellow playbook, the green playbook. Purple customers. What's a purple customer? Yep. What? Yeah. But what is a purple customer? Purple customer is better than green. Purple customer literally goes out of their way to recruit people for you. I have some purple customers in this room. Okay, you guys are the ones that literally go to your friends and say, you need to go work with Dan. Trust me, you got to work with Dan. And like those people, you want to make sure that the customer success person has a playbook for what we do with them, okay? So what do? I like to do things like, what's that? Giftology, yep. But I like to use, if I have a customer conference, is put them in front of everybody. Right? Ask them to speak. You got a podcast, invite them on your podcast. You want the best marketing, interview your customers. Customer conference is a big one. The other one is you can anoint them as a sales reference. Okay? So what we have in my companies is we have a list of people that are qualified as sales reference. So if the salespeople are being lazy, and I fucking hate when they do this, but if they do it, they can use 7 to 10 of these purple customers as a sales reference, meaning they could ask them to call or get on a call with the prospect to get them comfortable with buying from you. And to me, these are like next level ask, okay? I call this the value extraction ladder. Sorry, I should have wrote that. The value extraction ladder? Because a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot. Like imagine if you just took, most CSMs spend all their time in red. Does that make sense? Red, how do I get them yellow? Yellow, how do I get them green? But the green customers, hey, go talk to them about upsells, cross-sells. Go talk to them about getting referrals from other people. Then the purple customers, hey, reward them. Get them on a webinar. Do a webinar with your customers. If you've ever gone to a Salesforce, a Dreamforce event, literally they started the events by having their customers present all the cool shit they've done with Salesforce. You go to Inbound, HubSpot's event, same thing. They put their best customers on stage. That is the best sales and marketing you could ever do.
Real quick, you've made it to the end. Let me tell you what I know about you. You're not somebody that's looking to do shelf help. You're not somebody that's just doom scrolling on social media. You're here because you want to build a real business, and you're sick and tired of not getting the real insights to grow inside your business. So I want to help you avoid all the pain trying to figure this out the hard way like I did it. That's why I put together everything I've ever learned into the Scale Workbook. It's the internal document that I use with every founder I work with that turns a chaotic business into a money-making machine. And teaching you all of this without burning more hours. It's totally free. The link is in the description, or you can just scan the QR code on the screen because I'm here to help you build your empire.